We now return to the neighbors. Try a primitive builder. Well, here's another hut. I wonder how they feel about me coming into their place and just ransacking everything. Nothing sacred to you, stranger. Weave. Okay. Kind of makes you wonder, I mean, was it really that impossible to cross the gorge to eventually go to the west where we have stuff? So what I do like about the design idea here, and I'm just guessing, but the way they've got it so that you're meant to set up a full village around this area, full of resource collection and all that, and then they set you up with a marketplace to go to this place. I bet I'm gonna have to hunt that. Is so that you can then send the resources over here and not have to go back and forth. I bet that's what their whole intention was here. Who are you, stranger? I bring message from the west. We have long forgot your elder, but why would we listen to you? What happened here? The fire mountain roared, earth shook. The elders will not speak to you. She has no reason to. I advise you to walk away from these lands. Who are you, stranger? I bring message from the west. What about your elder? She seeks solitude. The elders will not speak to you. Okay. Complete the construction. What construction? We have to build a marketplace over here now. Okay, but where's your village? I want to build it close to your village. I don't know, this seems pretty abundant to me. This looks like the ruins of a village. You must convince the hunter first, stranger. Well, I'm guessing a village doesn't exist, but where's the damn shrine? Is that this? I must be the one that rebuilds the village, no doubt. Seems like a bad idea. Yeah, I guess what I didn't bring along with me. Alright, well, let's see if I can accomplish this. Build the marketplace right in the middle of your village. Problem is I don't have anybody to work this. I guess I do, actually. Can I... E. Oh. Picking up branches. I hope he's not going to be upset that I built it within the sacred grounds of the shrine. What is this thing you erected, stranger? Source of trade. We have nothing to trade. Our Eldris has hid herself in the world. We won't say a word to us, and she won't say a word to us anymore, but I believe she'll talk to you. We're going to find her. Journey towards the sea. She awaits death by starvation there. I hope you can convince her to forego her self-sentenced punishment. May gods guide you, stranger. What's that? I think I'm going to have to hunt me one of these beavers. Just in case, and I don't have any water. Of course, I didn't bring a damn thing with me. Water, skin. Well, let's see if we can make it before we starve or drown. Not drown. The opposite of that. Parch ourselves to death. Actually, we need that. Well, I mean, I kind of do need that. I don't have any goddamn logs in the toolmaker's hut. See, now, like this, you can have the marketplace with multiple things. So why can't I go into here and say, hey, make me different ones based upon how many people I've got in the slots? What is this? It ruins and nothing more. Please have a water skin in here. Nope. Quite not a nope. Damn it. Stop, Outlander. Whoever goes there, I shan't speak with ye, for such is the vow I took. Western Elder sent me. I have been sent by the Elder of the Western Village. He said you could help us with our quest to escape the island. The old fool still lives. You amuse me, Outlander. How did you make the impossible journey? The bridge fell many rain seasons ago. By rebuilding the bridge. I have rebuilt the fallen bridge. Now the path between our lands is restored. Is it now? Is it now? Fascinating. But we have no way to help you. The gods did not deem us worthy of existence. We ought to listen to their message and wait for time to take us. Allow me to help. I can rebuild your village stronger than it ever was, just like I did with the bridge. Big words. We'll see about that. Fine, Outlander. You do what you think you must. I shall stay right here and keep waiting for the sea to rise and embrace me into its depths. Okay, do you have water? I see bamboo. I see many of the things that I could otherwise use to build a village out of. I think I'm just going to go on a journey rather than tedious resource collection. And then we'll maybe talk a little bit. There's the north. it's probably going to prevent me from going into a lot of these places. Actually, wait. That looks wet, maybe. Yeah, so the game, I mean, I'd just be repeating a lot of the criticisms I've had from previous episodes, but I was expecting the game to be much more open world than it is. And it is in the sense that if you want to build a bunch of stuff, you can, and that is literally the label on the game, that it's a building game. It's not really much of a game otherwise. You're just there to kind of build stuff. But it's just really tedious to do that. The resource collection alone, I'm willing to bet we have to restore the river at some point. The resource collection alone is just ridiculous. The fact that you don't start out with gatherers to help you as like the first thing you build is just incredible to me. There it is. And the fact that the hut does not allow you to assign... You can assign multiple people, but you cannot assign multiple people at different... or two different resources. So I can build a hut of gatherers, but I can have like 5 people gather one resource. Which means that you have to basically build a gatherer's hut for every resource you want them to automatically gather for you, which I guess would indeed help you fill out a village, but then you're just doing building spam. And I suppose if you are prepared to play the game in a very slow, casual way, then that could be fine, if that's all you want to do. I personally would much rather not be building blueprints, though, if that's the case. If it is indeed a builder's game, I would feel much better. Ooh. Okay. About having, like, a buildable system where I'm building out of building blocks. Even if I'm just building, like, platforms and walls, something like Ark, Conan, Rust, any of those types of games, so that I can then build the village the way I want it to be, rather than just rebuilding the same blueprints over and over. It'd be far more interesting to me, because this is very on the rails otherwise, and it's just kind of boring. I was expecting something a little less repetitive. I very much like the concept of a survival game where you turn it into like a management sim, and you can have a village of people who will do stuff for you. But I don't know. I just don't. For one thing, I don't think the resource collection is balanced enough. Like chopping down a tree, you get 4 logs out of it, and that's fine, except that it doesn't translate. Like, in reality, you would tear a log apart and get several planks out of it and all that, and it just doesn't translate. You use basically a log's worth of wood whenever you require a wood resource. Where the hell am I? Out at the sea, I guess. But, I can see it now. The problem is that I can see it after, like, 2 hours of gameplay, 2.5 hours of gameplay, whatever this series has taken me. Now I can see the purpose of what it was trying to do. I was thinking that it was going to rush me through. Like, okay, you need a building here, you need to set these guys to go there, this is how you set up a trade route, or, a carrier to bring your resources to here, whatever, and then let you go, and it's open world on this island. But no, there's actually a plot, story. There is apparently an end goal of escaping the village. Or the island, rather. It's just, that's not terribly interesting. It's not interesting when I have to collect the resources to build a thing, and then rebuild my tools, and then I gotta eat and drink again because that goes down like crazy, and then, just the mere pittance of resources I've gathered is enough to make me have to go to sleep, which then respawns all this stuff, and I just, it needs a little bit more of a balance. And I think a large part of what would improve that is like the whole thing here, where it becomes noticeable that as your levels go up, you gather more resources per tick. It requires less stamina to gather stuff up. Just making it overall streamlined and easier so that you can do that. Because if I wanted to make a village fully ready to go, full of resources and characters and all that, I mean, it would take hours. It would take hours of just building the same damn things over and over again, and then it would be basically automated. And in games like that, like Satisfactory, Factorio, whatever, it is much faster and easier over time to set that up. The tedium of by hand diminishes rapidly, whereas so far in this game it doesn't feel that way. And I don't know if that's just my fault because I didn't spend a lot of time on the front end gathering resources when I should have been gathering an overwhelming amount of resources. And then moving on to the next thing. What are all these little shrines out here? There are an awful lot of them. I don't know. I like the concept. I really do. I just kind of wish that how to play it was more obvious earlier on. I kind of felt like, well, here's the beginner's area. They've already kind of got a starter village for me. I'll build around it. But there's so many flat spaces around that. And once you get them going, you don't actually need them in proximity because you can automate that and have your carriers carry stuff between all that. But, that's another thing, too. Like, what if I did build a gatherer's hut for all the resources I could have them gather? I need a carrier for each one of those buildings. Well, now I'm going out hunting for more refugees, and, I mean, it's just... The investment in just getting something basic going is kind of really dumb. I mean, it's a dumb decision. It's unnecessary, which, as I'd stated, could be fixed as simply as allowing one gatherer's hut to do multiple things. Which, I don't know why it doesn't, because your marketplace does. We can go back to the village and I can try it again, but I'm pretty sure by setting multiple guys to one building, all I was doing was speeding up that one resource I was not able to get to. We looked at that last time I was there. Oh, my inventory is full. Well, let's see if I can't get... okay. No. So are my stacks full too? See, I don't get that. Why is that a thing? Because my stacks aren't full, but my inventory is, and so it's telling me that I can't do a thing because my inventory is full. Well, you know what? The knives... Can I drop this? I can drop it there. Empty the storage. Empty what storage? The village storage? My storage? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Where the hell am I? Oh god, that's a long, long way to go. Okay, well, I'll see you back in the village. Okay, I just came upon a place called Ocean Gate. Is there a way in here? Because it definitely looks like there would be like a village in here or something. But who knows? Like it's definitely a very large world. It would be interesting for sure to explore. But, were I to go through and build little villages everywhere and all that stuff, it's just, it's so much effort. For what? It's too much effort for me to keep interest, I guess, is what I'm saying. This must be their devastated... Oh, we're heading into a completely different area. I also don't like how difficult it is to traverse everything. Okay, well, I'm definitely not meant to go there. Right, well, this should just be a straight shot back. Alright, where were we? The Gathering Hut, right. And I don't even have to be back here for this because I can just simply go like that. And then we go into the Gatherer's Hut. We did look at this. Like, there's no other way to add a secondary resource to this that I see. You can switch production and that's it. And you can't even switch it to anything useful. So, yeah, once again. That alone would make so much more sense to me. It would just be way more useful to be able to have the gatherers go out. One guy goes and gets bluestone, the other guy gets herbs, whatever. Rather than having to build a separate damn hut for each individual and then add sleeping huts and just everything. I mean, it would definitely fill in the map. You know, if this is not an open world game where you can just set up a new village where you want, then yes, you need to be building little huts and whatever all along the way. But, you know, as I say, again and again, that is tedious and less fun. So, I guess for me, the impression that I got of what this game was is disconnected from what the developers thought they were developing. So, that's a little disappointing. But, again, I do enjoy the concept. I very much like the idea of just building a village, and then you can fill it with Sims that will actually do your thing that you want them to do. And then you can focus on just building more village and going on and whatever. But man, just the back and forth, the fact that the altar, I don't really understand why this progressively requires more. To have each of these rituals. It seems like what this should be tied to instead is like your levels or something. You know, unlocking it Skyrim style or whatever, rather than just progressing to the next one as you want to unlock your technologies. That's about. I don't know, a lot of interesting things that I just think are not as efficiently executed as they could be. It's a little weird. It kind of reminds me more of like the simulator games, like the construction simulator games, where you do just sort of build the same things over and over repetitively, and then they added a layer of you know, creating the village and the little NPCs that wander around, you know. But I don't know. I would like to see how this develops in the future, and maybe do a full series if it actually is something that will be more interesting. But as it is now, it's just way too time-consuming to see any progress, and that's kind of annoying to me. So, I will end this one here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next Let's Play.